right, first thing in the morning we need to check is all fluids. Make sure water and oil levels are all okay. Then we start up the rig, make sure we get 120 pounds of pressure or better. Once we've noticed that we do have air pressure, then before we unlatch the brake, we have to check the Posi-Stop to make sure that it is locking. On this black knob, we'll go to set, then we'll go to on. That should set your brake. It lowered the brake handle some. Now we check it by unchaining the chain, trying to raise our handle. Blocks and drum won't move, so Posi-Stop's locking it down. Okay, now we turn it back off. Check our brake handle again. Blocks are dropping. Okay, air pressure is good. First thing we got to do is right here on this box, switch to off. We're good. Blocks to lower limit. Now on our blocks, we want to set them to lower your blocks or your elevators, tubing or rod elevators. We want to set them 2 feet above the floor. So let's do that first. Put it in gear. Okay, that's about 2 feet right there. Now, next step is blocks to lower limit, switch to set is number 3. Go to set. Now it says number 4, blocks to upper limit. We want to leave the blocks probably a section of probably from the crown, probably a good 6 feet from it. That way we don't set it prematurely in case we got a long stand or a long triple. Okay. Now the blocks, as they were going up, it was counting. We started off at 0, and it's going up the ladder here on this scale. So now number 4 is blocks to upper limit. Number 5 is switch to on, and that'll lock your brake down. That locks your brake. Double check. Drum doesn't move, blocks don't fall. Posi-Stop is set. Now, number 6 is push bypass switch to release your brakes. That way you can continue working. Okay. Now, it's going to work. Your limits is the top one here and the bottom. It's from 0 to 100, and it'll count. When you get close to your upper limit, it'll beep about 10% before it sets. Well, let's come down to our lower limit and we'll try it. You can see the numbers here as they're coming down, and it should be climbing down the scale. See the monitor? The numbers are coming down. When it gets to 0, it should lock itself. Right at 0. Now when the brakes are engaged, your Posi-Stop, it kicks out your main drum. That way you ain't applying the brakes and still pulling on the drums. Your clutch is out. Will not work till you hit bypass. Let's try the upper limit. And you can watch it count. You should hear a beep and alarm about 10% before you get to that line. Clutch is disengaged and brake is locked. Hit your bypass to release your brakes. Now, say for instance you need to lay down some pipe or some rods without having to turn off your Posi-Stop, you can do that. Now, to be able to allow it to come down past your lower limit, you just push the limit bypass button and hold it. And you'll be able to go past 0 on your scale here. Now we went past the -2, so now when you go back into the working limit, the Posi-Stop will activate itself again and start counting inside your zone. Okay, now we're back in our zone. Let's come down a little bit and test it. There you go, working. Now we have to reset the Posi-Stop if you're going from double fast line to tie back, because it'll change the rotations of the drum. It'll turn a lot more once you're in tie back, and it'll set prematurely. So you got to reset it when switching from double fast to tie back. You also got to reset it when you're going from pulling rods to pulling tubing, because your work limit might change if you raise and lower your work floor. I think that's it. Just, you got to set it as soon as you identify your upper and your lower working limit. As soon as you rig up and you know what height you're going to be at, you immediately set your Posi-Stop.